Hi, I'm Tara Umberzett, President and Senior Lead Planner here at South Bay Financial Partners. And I'm here to talk to you today about loud budgeting. It's a trend that's sweeping TikTok and some other social medias. And we think it's fabulous, although I want to put a caveat that I think that there's best practices on doing loud budgeting so that you get the most fulfillment out of it and you keep healthy relationships in your life also. So the basic concept of loud budgeting is that you budget, you sit down and intentionally think about how you want to spend your money and how you don't want to spend your money, and then tell the world. So it might look like saying that you're going to not eat out for a month, or that you're going to have a no buy week where you're not going to buy anything new. You're just going to use what you have in your house. Maybe trade, maybe, get creative about how you meet your needs. And we think that that's really awesome to like intentionally decide how you're going to spend your money and to intentionally decide that you're not getting value out of eating out or you know, buying the latest influencer product that's being sold. So we think that's really important to think about how you're spending your money. And if you announce it to the world, you're more apt to do it. So that's also a good idea. It does involve sitting down and figuring out your budget. Some people have a struggle with that. So you might not be able to allow a budget because you don't know how to budget or you can't budget or something happens. And if that's your problem, I know we work with a lot of clients who whenever they try to think about a budget, their brain shuts down and they just can't go anywhere. If you're that person, go on our website and you can do a financial therapy one-on-one. We help people navigate what's going on when they think about that. But if you have a budget, sit down. How much money do you get from your paycheck? And how do you want that money to be spent? Do you want it to be spent on restaurants and then not have any leftovers for clothes? Or do you want to spend it on clothes? Or do you want to save for your future? Do you want to buy a house and therefore you can't spend all of your money today? You need to put some of that into saving for a house or retirement or whatever it is that your goals are. So you need to sit down and like think about how do you want to spend your money? And really, we don't like talking about budgets. We like to talk about spending plans because it's not, people think about budgets like diets where you have to restrict yourself. We think of it not as being restrictive, but rather not what you can't buy, but what can you buy? What do you want your money to go to? And make sure that that's going out to things that are important to you. So loud budgeting is about just that. Sit down. How do you want to spend your money? And then tell the world about it. And so part of loud budgeting might be that you're deciding not to go out for an evening with your friends because you know it's going to blow $200, and that's not how you want to spend your $200. You want to spend your $200 paying down your credit card debt or putting it into your house fund or whatever it is that you want to do. And so you might get on social media and say, I have made a decision to intentionally not spend my money on going out for a good time on a Saturday night with my friends. I'm deciding to put that money to paying down my debt and getting out of debt because I want to get debt free in 2024 or something like that. We think that's awesome. You're thinking about how you're spending your money. You're making sure that it goes to things that are important to you and that you're not putting it to things that are less important to you. Not to say that your friends aren't important and hanging out with their friends, but you might not think it's worth $200. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it and won't talk to their friends about it. And they'll just quietly, say no, that they don't want to go. Or even worse, they'll go and spend that $200 when they really don't want to. We think both of those options aren't the best thing. The best option is to decide, I don't want to spend $200 that way. I do care about my friends, and I'm afraid that if I say I don't want to spend $200 going out with you, that they'll think I'm cheap, I'm poor, I don't care about them, something like that. And so let's open that up for conversation. Go and tell your friends, I don't want to spend $200 on going out. I want to pay down my debt. I want to spend time with you. If you want, I will work with you to try to come up with a cheaper way to do that. If you don't want to do that, y'all can go out and have a great time. I'm going to stay at home and boogie to my own music. so that I can have that money go into debt so that I can relieve my debt anxiety by paying down that debt. So that's a way that you can do some loud budgeting, and it can also keep those connections together. Like, talk with your friends about it, let them know what's important to you and that they are important to you, but that you need to take care of yourself and you are worth it. Part of taking care of yourself is sometimes not spending money. Sometimes it's paying down that debt, getting your finances under control so that anxiety can come down. And if that's what you need to do for your own self-care, go be proud, say it out loud, but do make sure that you tell your family, friends, whoever it is that you're not going to spend money with, that it's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't want to spend time with them. It's that you are putting this as a priority. And what else can we do? Maybe not Saturday night, maybe on a Sunday, go for a picnic or something like that that's within your budget. So we say, yes, talk about money. Be loud if you want, be on social media, but don't do it in a way where you're saying, I don't care about you, or putting up walls between you and the people that you love, because that's the last thing that you want to do. You want to keep those connections together. So make sure that you focus on the connections and the communication between you and the people that you care about, but then also take care of yourself and be loud and intentional and thoughtful about how you're going to spend money. So we think that's good. One thing that sometimes happens is you can feel really good about making this budget decision and then also feel really crappy about it and be thinking that, what other people think, or that you're not taking care of other people or whatever. And I'd like to say those are real feelings and you should absolutely feel them and like look at what that message is, and that message in your head too is trying to help you navigate this life that you have. And if you have a nagging part that's saying, if I say no to my friends on, Saturday night, or no, that I'm not going to go to that destination wedding and buy an expensive gift for my friend who I care about so deeply. If I say no to that, I'm going to damage that relationship and you feel terrible about it. So listen to that, embrace that, know that that's real and that's okay. And that can be part of who you are and what is going on in you. But then, like, what does it want you to do about that? And my recommendation to you is to talk with that friend who you think you're going to be letting down. Have a open, compassionate, considerate conversation, and understand that she's going to feel badly that, or whoever, they are going to feel badly about you missing out on their wedding or you missing out on Saturday night, and that you do too. You feel badly about that too. Don't get defensive. Hear what they have to say, appreciate that they feel bad or don't feel bad, whatever they feel. And the fact is, you might think that they might get angry with you. And it might be that if you are open and honest and vulnerable about it, most likely they're not going to be angry with you. Most likely they're going to appreciate what your issues are and they're going to want to help you be your best too. And you can even ask them, you can tell them, like, I have this big pile of debt that's stressing me out. Can you help me reduce that by connecting with me in a way that I don't have to spend more money so that I can take care of this, so that my stress level can come down? And you know what? If there's any friend out there who doesn't want to help reduce your anxiety, like, are they really your friend? Think about that. So don't ignore those bad feelings. Know that they're there, that they're okay. Like, just be with them. And it's through that discomfort and through that uncomfortable conversation with your friend or your family or whoever it is what makes you stronger, makes your relationship stronger, and helps you live a better life. So definitely embrace it. Don't ignore those bad feelings. And then celebrate those good feelings. You didn't spend that $200 going out. You paid down your debt, and you're going to be getting, if it's 25%, spending $50 less for a year in interest because you got rid of that. So that's awesome. Like, celebrate that. And once you get all that debt down, you have more money to have those evenings out with your friends and family. And let them know as soon as you have that debt down, like, the first thing you want to do is celebrate with them. So embrace the good, embrace the bad, keep communication open, keep open compassionate connection with your friends and family, and you both will be better off. Your relationships will be better off. And again, if they're not willing to help you take care of your financial needs and take care of yourself, then really start thinking about, is that really a good friend or not? And that's pretty much it. We're probably going to have another video that talks about having that uncomfortable conversation with your friend and how to deal with it and, not get defensive and to try to stay open and compassionate and engaged in that conversation. There's many ways that people can get triggered or worked up when having those uncomfortable conversations. So we'll have a video about the different things that might happen inside you, might happen inside your friend or family that you're talking to, and how you can navigate that conversation a little bit better. So that's loud budgeting. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, leave it down below. If you want help with any of this, feel free to jump on our website. We'll have a link for that also. Sign up for a one-on-one for either financial coaching to get your budget together so you can start loud budgeting, or if you need a financial therapy because you're blocked at making a budget or blocked at having that uncomfortable conversation. Any of those, sign up on our one-on-one page and we can help you navigate through that. Have fun doing loud budgeting.